Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video day, and today we're going to be talking about the Detroit Pistons potentially signing the runner-up for the Sixth Man of the Year award, and that is Ty Jerome. Could potentially J.B. Bickerstaff this year look to reunite with his former Cavalier player, Ty Jerome? Now, Ty Jerome did not play a lot last year for this Cavs team. When J.B. Bickerstaff was still the head coach for the Cavaliers. He was a late addition in the regular season. He only played 2 games for the Cavs, averaged 2 points per game, averaging 7.5 minutes per game. If you can go to totals, he only played 15 minutes under JB Bickerstaff postseason. Didn't even though he was on the roster, didn't even play during the playoffs last year for the Cavs when, they had that 7-game series against the Magic and lost in 5 games to the Celtics. So, but then this year, you see Kenny Atkinson take over, and Ty Jerome just gets an expanded role. He takes over. Played 70 games, 3 starts, not 30. 3 starts, almost 13 points per game, and 3 assists per game, 3 rebounds per game, 1 steal per game, and finished second place in the Sixth Man of the Year award. Finished runner-up to Peyton Pritchard. Malik Beasley finished third place in voting. But yeah, this would be, actually, I'm pretty sure, this would be the first player for J.B. Bickerstaff that when he was in Cleveland to reunite with. Because, look, this Pistons team made a lot of additions last year. And a lot of great ones too, but never brought anyone in from Cleveland. They brought in Malik Beasley. He played at Milwaukee before, didn't play for Cleveland when JB Bickerstaff was obviously Malik Beasley didn't play in Cleveland. Dennis Schroeder was a great addition. He didn't play under JB Bickerstaff. Tim Hardaway Jr. as well. Lindy Waters, you can look at him as well. So there were Tobias Harris. So all these players, there was a lot of great veterans I think this Pistons team brought in, but never did you see JB Bickerstaff bring in someone that was around him, in the previous team he coached for. And you'll see that I think more than NFL, you'll see it happen where a coach will go somewhere, leave that team, and then you'll see players start to follow. I think you see that more in the NFL, but sometimes you will see that in the NBA where players will start to follow. I mean, as a Rockets fan, Ime Udoka has been the Rockets coach for 2 years, and the Rockets have never actually really brought anyone in from the Boston team, that 2022-23 team, but there's always been expressed interest about certain players from that 2022-23 team potentially joining the Rockets. I know there have been rumors about Robert Williams or Malcolm Brogdon in the past. Other potential Celtics, there have been rumors about Marcus Smart. There have been rumors in the past. So, when the head coach goes somewhere, leaves the team, if there was a guy that was on their roster, sometimes they'll ask and try to recruit a little bit. But look, I wouldn't say that Ty Jerome was around the Cleveland's organization that long. He only played 2 games in a Cavs uniform, before JB Bickerstaff was fired. So, but he had a great year this year. That was not with JB Bickerstaff. I don't know how much of a role JB Bickerstaff being in Cleveland last year would be to get Ty Jerome to Detroit. But the other thing I look at, and it makes me say potentially a no to this signing, is probably if you're signing Ty Jerome, that means you're letting go of Malik Beasley. Now, I'm going to point out that Tim Hardaway Jr. is a free agent. I don't see them re-signing Hardaway Jr., Hardaway Jr. and Beasley. So let's just say they re-signed Beasley. Now, you're going to get Jaden Ivey back. I think it'd be best if you sign Dennis Schroeder and Malik Beasley. Jaden Ivey gets healthy, and then you potentially look at, having Beasley take over that starting role that Hardaway Jr. had, and then Ivey and Schroeder come off the bench with each other. I don't know. Jaden Ivey's going to be back. I think it's crazy how, they played so well this year, a good chunk of the year. Jaden Ivey missed time, and that's, You're going to get him back next year. He's a terrific player. Very underrated player, still very young, 23 years old. And he was having a great year before, he went down. He only played 30 games this year, but and was a starter. That's another thing you look at, where he might be starting at shooting guard if he comes back and looks great. But he was averaging 4 and 4 before getting hurt. So you look at him, and Hardaway is probably not coming back because of that. Beasley probably would be in that 6-man role if Ivy's healthy. So Ivy's probably at the 2, and Beasley's coming off the bench as the backup shooting guard, that 6-man. So in the world of if you're signing Ty Jerome, I think you could potentially sign Ty Jerome and Malik Beasley, but it's going to cost a lot of money. And another thing is that then you're also not bringing back Dennis Schroeder. And I thought Dennis Schroeder was unbelievable for this Detroit Pistons team in the Knicks series. And the regular season as well, but mainly the Knicks series. So I think it'd be cheaper to re-sign both Dennis Schroeder and Malik Beasley than it would be to sign Ty Jerome and Malik Beasley, and then re-sign Malik Beasley. I'm not saying that I'd rather Dennis Schroeder over Ty Jerome. I think Dennis Schroeder is a great player. But I don't think he's better than Ty Jerome. I don't think there's that much of a difference if you look at the price tag it's going to take. Ty Jerome's going to be very expensive to get him to leave Cleveland, and Dennis Schroeder, if he really likes it there and he's played well there, I'm not going to say he's going to go there for cheap, but it's going to be a lot less expensive to get Dennis Schroeder to re-sign with the Pistons than it would be to get Ty Jerome to join this Pistons team. And then also, it also helps you in the case of potentially re-signing Malik Beasley. I think it'd be better if this Pistons team, like I said, I think it'd be better if this Pistons team just re-signed Beasley and Schroeder. I don't know if there is a world where they can actually re-sign Beasley and then sign Jerome as well. But we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts on the potential signing for the Pistons in the comment section, and peace out.